What is going on, guys? It is Chris here with the second video of the Wolf Algo setup series. In this video, we're going to be going over confirmation, how to confirm your trades. This is an important question when you have an algo or just kind of getting into general trades on the market. So we'll hop right into that. And in future videos, by the way, we're going to be covering specific tickers that I enjoy trading with the algo and what works best with the algo. And also some tips in the next videos. But for this one, we're going to be looking at our basic confirmation. We need nothing more than just our 100 MA and our 200 MA, as well as simply, we just need the algo basically. Okay, so we have the algo, we have our 100 and our 200 that comes preset with the algo. On this strategy, and this you can use for any ticker, I would say, for me it works really good with SPY. You're basically going to be confirming the trades off the 100 and 200. So just keep in mind the 100 is our blue line, the 200 MA is our white line. We are on the 3-minute chart with the Hikinashi candles. So since there was a lot of chop and I didn't really take many trades in through here, I'm going to go back over here before FOMC, because during FOMC you're not going to really be doing the strategy. But we'll look at a few examples in through here. So here's a great example. When we are seeing the 100 MA cross above the 200 MA, which happens right here, there is basically a 67% chance, just simply playing the 3-minute crosses. There's a 67% win rate on this one. I recommend you don't take these trades. They're just, I mean, that's 67%. It's not super high. But what I do recommend is actually taking the following. So after this, you're going to be looking at only long signals, with a few exceptions that I'll explain in a second here. But you're looking at only long signals as your 100 is above the 200. So you're having an uptrend, and you can tell that the market is actually going to be pushing higher, or at least slowly trending higher. So you're only looking at your long signals. For example, here, this signal is invalidated. If you wish to take it, you can. But personally, I would be taking our long signal right through here. So after this, boom, that's our first one. Here's our second one, which we do lose on. And here's our third one, which we do win on. And then this one, we do have some minor profits up in here. So those are 3 signals before our cross to the downside, right? Now with these ones, this is also another strategy I like to do. There is an 85% win rate just taking the short signal after an upside cross, and then a long signal after the downside cross. Now these obviously were 2 fake outs. Actually, this one was our opposite sort of cross right here, which we would have taken. But here's a fake out, right? There's going to be fake outs in the algo and with every trade that you take in your trading career. But that is going to be your short signal, which you will take if you wish to do so, right? So you can take this one after this cross. And then here you're only looking at the longs. You're not taking any of these shorts, and then you're not taking this short. And actually we'll go over this one's kind of an exception here in a second, but you're only taking those and not even this one. So unfortunately, if you want to take this, you can take all the signals. You're still going to have high accuracy. I'd say 70-80%, 70 to 80%. But I personally like to have insane confirmation when my trades. I like to keep a really high win rate. It's just kind of my style of trading. But through here, you do catch this downtrend if you are taking all the alerts, and then afterward you are taking this sort of fake out signal. But you can still catch this very abrupt move, right? Short signal right here near the close of the 22nd, and then you go downward. So those are our signals for the upside and the downside. Now the one exception that there is, and I would suggest that I haven't back tested this for months and months yet. I back tested this for about 3 months so far, and it's worked pretty well. But the one exception for upside signals is when you see a short signal that kind of alerts right on the 100 MA. So right here, if we had a short signal here, or even in the following candles around this area, but at least below, you can take that signal as it's actually showing relative weakness, and you will see a larger pullback, usually to the 200 MA at least, and then maybe even sometimes lower like in here. But you want to be careful, because this can definitely just continue uptrending as we are having our 100 above the 200. Now let's go over some signals for the downside, and we should call this video wraps. Here we have the cross to the downside, so we're only looking for short signals except right, for the opposite signal. And the opposite signal is the first opposite signal. It's not any other ones except for the one exception that I just went over. So we take the first opposite signal in through here, profits, and then look, we actually reject right between our 100 and our 200 and through here. But you would still, I'd assume you guys are good with scaling. That's a nice $2-ish move in through there. So that's very solid. And then to the downside, we take this short signal, which obviously prints us very heavy profits. And you don't even have to worry about these long signals in through here on getting faked out on these, because we're only taking the shorts, at least for my strategy, only taking the shorts, boom, boom, boom. And then here we don't take this long, we take this short again. And then look at this, we actually are catching this move very nicely, because remember what I said, if we actually are seeing a signal closing above the 100-day moving average, which is the blue line, then we can take the signal as it's showing relative strength. And boom, we have our entry right in there. I mean, this is probably the biggest trade you're going to take of that week. And if you're only scaling on the first red candle, it's basically going to be this bottom one right here. That's a 1% move you catch on SPY. You can scale at 15%, and other than that, I would say you definitely should be holding a ton of contracts, because you don't see a single red candle on the Heikin-Ashi until here. You're having at least 300-400% on that super easily, and you're holding a full position except for maybe your first scale, so that's very nice. But that is kind of the overview of the downside and the upside that I'd be confirming your trades with on this. Now, I do want to make this video relatively short because I don't want to bore everyone, but I want to go over a second confirmation that I recommend. I'm going to put all of my indicators back on here. So this is what my chart looks like. It's fairly busy, right? But I like to confirm it with other indicators. So what we're going to be looking at is our sound wave. I'm going to put our volume all up here. And so basically what we're doing is we are looking at these trades and we're confirming them with a few steps. So first of all, we see this short signal, right? So again, we just looked at this one. This is going to be a confirmed signal simply off of our 100 and our 200 right there. That's confirmed. And basically what we're looking at is our volume, first of all. So the first thing we go to is our volume. I think I covered this in the last video actually, but our volume's above the 100, not the 100, sorry, the moving average for volume. So boom, that's our first confirmation. We go down here to the sound wave, and we want to see if the sound wave volume is bigger on sells and buys, which it is, boom. And we also want to see if the sound wave volume is larger for the sells than the previous candle, which it is. It's also above the moving average for our sound wave, which is right there. So that's perfect. We are seeing some selling increasing in through here, so you can see the buying very flat, and the sellers are increasing, boom. And then the third confirmation is our momentum. So we go down here, 12, 12. Let's make sure we're getting the right one on this candle right here on our momentum. And we can see momentum is increasing to the downside. Right there is when we would enter the trade. It's higher than the previous momentum to the downside. And that's actually, that's it. I mean, it takes me about 20-30 seconds max in real time. And just boom, 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 checking all of them. I expand this, and that's it. So I'm just confirming those trades, hop right in. And then let's say we do hypothetically get into this trade. That is a solid 0.5% move on SPY. You're at least making some solid profits in through there, depending on what the expiry and whatnot is on this. That's actually on Monday, so that's 0 day to expiry. You're at least getting like 300-400% into the close right there. Very solid. So that's one example to the downside on a confirmed, on all of our confirmations. So that's, I would say that's probably 90% plus confirmation. If you only took those setups for the rest of your life, I mean, that's very easy money, 90% plus. But you're going to catch maybe 2 of those per week, so it's going to be a little bit boring sometimes. And let's check another one in through here. We can check this confirmed trade, right? So we confirm it that it's below our 100, so this isn't an uptrend because the 100 is above the 200. Let's just check. So we checked that it's below the 100, perfect, have our exception. It is below our volume moving average, which is not good, and we have the volume that's not higher than our previous volume. But then we go down here in the sound wave. It is very weak to the upside in volume. So here's our exception, right? You kind of have to eyeball this sometimes and have a gut feeling and intuition about it. Look how big the buy volume is. It's very dried out. Now our sell volume is actually pretty major in through here. So we did see our selling here. There's no buying. So the sellers have already taken control back here before our short signal. Now we go down to our momentum at 1124, which is right here. And our momentum is picking up very nicely. We just saw a big drop of momentum, and it's increasing very quickly. So right there is when we would enter the trade. I'd say you should aim for all but one if you're going to confirm them. So you want to make sure boom, 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 boom. So that's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are your confirmations. I'd say at least aim for 3, if not 4. You want all of them to hit. But if you have 3 sometimes, that's fine. And then you can look at your other indicators to make sure that it's confirming. But that's a great trade. We catch that one, and then we can just check what the profit is through here. Let's say we got about that entry, and we don't see a green candle until here, so that's our first scale, or our 50% scale at least. So $2 move total. If we do catch this one, that's 73 cents. It's still fairly good profits in through there. So that's it for that. I would say that those are my biggest confirmations. It kind of works with SPY the best, the algo, as well as this confirmation, just because I'm familiar with this stock, right, this ETF, and so it's what I trade the most. It's also going to have probably the best success rate with the algo. I'm going to go over the best success rate tickers in the next video or the video after that, so stay tuned for that video. But hopefully this helped with whoever purchases the algo, or before you purchase it, if you want to see how I'm confirming the trades, I'd say this is going to have at least 80% accuracy on SPY. I mean, I know that statistically because I've charted it all out for the past about 8 months. Has 85 to 86% accuracy, taking these setups confirmed with all of those 4 confirmations, as well as our 100 and 200 rule. So that's great. 85% accuracy. You can apply that to your trading. So I'll let you guys decide. I'll see you guys in the next video as well. See you guys.